Hey loves, what's up? It's Christina Giselle. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make baby purees. My baby is currently 9 months and she's been eating purees for around 6 to 7 months. She also does baby led weaning. So today I'm going to be showing you her favorite apple puree and also how to make butternut squash and peach puree. So if you've been wondering how to make purees and how to start salads for your baby, continue to watch. So I have everything out that's needed for pureeing. As I said, I'm going to be making apple puree. So I have a few apples out. I'm going to slice those up and then we'll boil them. I'll show you how to do that. I'm also going to be making butternut squash and peach puree mixed together because I'm trying to make sure she has her vegetables and her fruits together, and she's really more of a fruit baby, which I don't want her to be. I want her to be able to have both. So I'm going to be mixing those, as well as I'm going to be using breast milk, and I'll be using water as well. I either use either or I'll just use water. It depends on if I have enough breast milk available in the freezer. So let's get started and let me show you how to start pureeing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the butternut squash. These are frozen, so since it's frozen, it makes it a lot easier so you don't have to do the peeling. I'm going to open these up. And actually, I'm going to microwave it just to make it easy. So the instructions call for them to be put in a bowl for 5 to 6 minutes in the microwave. So we'll do that. Pour them in. That is a lot of squash, but she does like butternut squash. I'll be taking this and putting it in the microwave. So it does say to cover it, so I'm just going to put a paper towel over the bowl. Okay, so while that's making, I'm going to take the peaches now, cut these open, and we're going to boil them. So the way it works is you take whatever you're going to be using it and you're going to boil / steam them. Usually you can take 1 cup of water. Take 1 cup of water, pour it in a pot, and then you put the peaches in. So these guys are like little steamers that I got at Home Goods. It's good when you have a small amount of vegetables that you don't want to just put in the pot. I have a lot of peaches, as you can see, so I'm going to actually take this off and just pour the whole bag in. Okay, so with that, I'm going to just let it cook for like 4 minutes, covered, and let them steam. So as I'm waiting for the butternut squash and peach to be done, I'm going to start peeling my apples. Okay, so next up, I'm going to dice up the apples into small pieces. I have this special knife that's really helpful for baby led weaning, so I'm going to use this because it's really easy to cut with. I'll link it down below in my description. So I try to get the apple into really small pieces so it's easy to blend. Okay, so before I start boiling this apple, I'm going to take the peaches and strain them. Then again, I'm going to take, actually because this is a lot of apples, I'm going to take 2 cups of water. And I'm going to pour it in the pot. Make me more. I'm going to take these apples and I'm going to put them in. So we're going to be making the butternut squash and peach. Today I'm going to be using my Vitamix blender. You can use any blender you have, regular blender, a NutriBullet, a baby blender. I have all those as well, but I like using my Vitamix most because it blends so well. I'm going to be using either my breast milk, I have around 4 ounces, or I'll be using water. It all depends on the consistency of how your fruits and vegetables blend in the blender. So let's get started. I'm going to just pour all the butternut squash in. And I'm going to pour all the peach in. Looks good. That around, and first we're going to blend it so you can see the consistency first. My Vitamix is really loud, so hopefully I can lower this part. If not, sorry. And I'm going to put it on a low setting first so it doesn't over blend it. It up. See, I do need a lot more liquid because it's getting stuck. Because I did put a lot of butternut squash, so I'm just going to pour all the breast milk in. So I put 4 ounces of breast milk, a whole bag of butternut squash, and a whole bag of frozen peaches. Much better. It's blending a lot better now. I think it's going to be the perfect consistency. Okay, so also what I do, I use these silicone storage containers. I got them off Amazon. They're silicone storage containers. You can either use them for puree, putting them in the fridge. You could also use them for baking. I'm going to try to make some muffins with them. I'll make a video on that. But I love them. They store really well. Nothing ever spills out. And they keep everything pretty frozen. So I'm going to pour the butternut squash and peach puree in here. As you can see the consistency. And let's get pouring. What I'm doing is just storing as fast as I can. Make sure none of them have too much or too little, and I'm just flattening out and taking what I have extra. Now I'm going to cover them up. I cleaned up the little mess on the sides and I flattened them out. If you want to have a little less, if your baby doesn't eat the whole thing per feeding, I would pour a little less into each hole, but I like to give her a good amount, and if there is leftover, I just save them and I put them in a glass container in the fridge for like lunch and dinner. So here's the cover. Now with these, you have to make sure you go into each circle and perfect, voila. If you do it once a day, or you can split it up for breakfast and lunch, and you're good to go. So let's finish up with the apples. So the apples sound like they're boiled. I usually wait around 4 to 5 minutes for a small batch, and I wait around 10 minutes for a big batch. Just set a timer, tell your Alexa to remind you, and you can just listen out for it. So I'm gonna go get them, strain them, and then we'll start pureeing. I'm actually gonna let them cool for a few minutes. I think that's advisable. Just let them cool for a few minutes so that way when you're blending, they're not boiling hot. So as soon as they're finished cooling, we'll finish up. Let's get started with the apple puree. It looks like it has cooled. It'll look cool, so I'm gonna pour it into the blender. And the best way to know whether your apples are good or if they're soft in consistency so that they can blend well. That's the point of boiling them. So they're soft and blendable so it doesn't come out chunky. this up. And remember, I said, make sure you blend it before you add liquid so it doesn't become too watery. That's what I like to do, even if it gets stuck in your blender. So it has to have like a consistency of applesauce. As you guys can see, it pretty much looks like that. I'm gonna add a drop of water just so it's a little more liquidy. I don't like adding too much, like that much. So it's a little more. Yep. I love the smell of apple puree. And as you can see, this is a consistency. It is still a little hot, so I would recommend letting it cool for longer. And again, we're going to pour it in. There it goes. And you just wipe down whatever you got it messy, you cover up, and you pop it in the freezer. And that's it, guys. So you learn how to make apple puree and butternut squash and peach puree. Like I said, it's really easy. Whenever you need it, you just pop it out the silicone container the night before or the morning of, and you give it to your baby for lunch or breakfast. I usually like to boil it for like a minute in water to warm it up. I don't really like putting it in the microwave, but if you had to, that's totally fine. I just pop it out. Either you could store them in here until you're done, or you could do like I do and just pop them out after they're frozen, and I put it in a Ziploc bag and I label them and I name them, so that way you can just pop it out and give it to your baby whenever you need. I hope you guys found this video pretty easy to make puree for your baby. Just remember, babies are picky, so they may or may not like it. They may or may not eat it all as well, but it's something that's easy to do. It doesn't really cost that much money to make your at-home baby puree. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you have any other ideas on videos you'd like me to make, please leave a comment below. I'd be happy to make more videos for you guys. I love making these videos. I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.